Hey, what's up everyone? It's Matt Tuck from For My Valentine. You're watching Chaos TV.
Okay, so what's up everybody? Chaos TV is today here at South Park Festival in Tampere, Finland, and we have here guest Matt from the band For My Valentine. So first of hello and welcome to Chaos TV, man.
Cool. Thanks for having me.
So in general, how has the summer been so far for you and the band?
Yeah, it's been amazing, super busy. We've just been in the States for like 5 weeks doing a headline tour over there. And we had 3 days off and we started in Rock in Park last weekend. And busy summer ahead doing tons of festival shows, so all good, man.
Okay. So last time when you guys were in Finland, you actually were the first band to play in that black box. So do you have any memories from that show?
In the black box? What black
it was
box?
called Black Box. It
Really?
was like surrounded like with black acoustics. You
Oh.
played in an ice hall.
Oh, in November.
Yeah, November,
Yeah,
yeah.
it was good, man. Yeah, it was awesome. Like we always have great shows in Helsinki, you know what I mean? So to come back and headline today is awesome. Can't wait to get on the stage. It's gonna be sick.
So today a headline show here at South Park. What can the fans expect you, and what are you expecting from the show?
We're just gonna do what we do. I think we've got an hour and 10 minutes of stage time, so we're just gonna fit as many songs in as we can. We've bought a bit of pyro and some little toys and stuff to play with and make the show a bit more entertaining for the visuals, and the crowd hopefully gonna just be joining in, singing along, having a good time, and more of that stuff really, regular stuff.
So you did on March that Jägermeister Ice Cold series where you actually played on air, sea and land at the same time. So what kind of like an experience that was for you?
It was awesome. It was a once in a lifetime opportunity. So I grabbed it, they phoned me up and asked if I wanted to be part of it. So I said yeah. So it was cool, it was not something you get to do every day. So yeah, it was fun, it was really hard. I didn't expect it to be as hard as it was.
Okay.
But
how?
Well, physically and mentally, just kind of going up to 10,000 feet in a helicopter and sitting on the edge of it, just looking out over the Arctic Circle and with a guitar strapped to me and then getting pushed out,
Have you done like the tandem jump before that,
No,
or was it like the first time
yeah,
also?
that was the first time
Okay,
that
so
day.
double nervous about that.
Yeah, it was hard, and then once the parachute had deployed, I had to kind of try and get the guitar out of a case and all that stuff and then play while we were on the way down. So yeah, it was super hard, but a lot of fun.
Did they film it on one day, or was it like a longer period of time?
It was one day, man. We had a very limited gap because the weather was quite extreme and it changes very quick. So we were supposed to do it on the Saturday, I think, and then they had to fly me out a day early because the weather was going to be really crappy on the Saturday. So we actually did it on the Friday.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
So it was like recently announced that you guys signed with Spinefarm, a new record deal. So, and you were with Sony, I guess, for 5 albums or
5
something.
albums, yeah.
So, why did you end up having a new label now?
Well, our record deal expired. Sony came back to the party with a new deal, but we just wanted a fresh start, really, with people that really wanted to have the band, rather than just trying to re-sign the band.
Yeah.
We wanted a
like
team
fresh
around
blood.
us. Yeah, fresh blood who were really hungry for the band. Who've always been fans of the band, and we weren't kind of mixed up with a bunch of other stuff. It's more kind of what we do, like heavy rock and heavy metal and stuff like that. So just they know. How to market the band better and stuff like that, and their deal was just way better than anyone else's as well, so it just all made sense.
So, how familiar were you with Spinefarm like before this? It's a Finnish label though, so...
Yeah, not super familiar to be honest, but as we got to know Jonas and the guys that run the label now, and we did some dinners and schmoozing, they came to some shows, and we started to learn about Spinefarm and who they have and what they've done and what they've achieved. It's an amazing story that they have, and they have a great roster now, so we're happy to be part of it.
It's building all the time,
Yeah,
so yeah.
it's getting massive, man, so they were super stoked to have us, and we're super stoked to be with them, so it's good, it works.
So you did an interview in January with Kerrang that you said that there might be a new For My Valentine EP coming up this year, so what's the current state with that?
Still work in progress. We've just been so busy touring, man, that we just really haven't had the creative head on to get stuck into writing stuff.
Okay.
We've been touring since the new year really, and we were touring in July last year right to Christmas, and so the schedule's been so manic that everyone's just not there yet. We need a little bit of downtime to regroup and get creative.
But the material is gonna be like completely new. That it isn't like some songs that you already wrote for the past album.
No, we just want to get in the studio and write a couple of songs just for fun and get it out there. That's it. There's no real game plan behind it. You know, we just feel that, you know, when we have a bit of downtime, we'd like to get in the studio and just release a couple of songs for fun.
Okay.
Yeah.
Speaking about like EPs and full-length albums, there's like a conversation going on at the moment that whether bands should actually release like full albums anymore, or should it just be like EPs and singles. So what's your own take on that?
Honestly, I don't think there's any right or wrong way to do things these days. It depends how you want to do it, I guess. You know, I think there will become a point where bands probably will stop making full-length records, because it just, you know, they don't really sustain the band's kind of, I don't know, career or lifestyle or anything, you know. So, you know, if you break an album up into 2 EPs over a 12-month period, then so be it. I don't think it's really going to matter to that band or to the way people listen or buy music anymore. It doesn't really matter. It's more about people keeping the fans and people engaged with new content. You know, content is everything now, you know, like the music fans growing up now, that's all they want. More and they want more, and they want it free and they want it instantly, and you know, so that's just kind of the music industry is just adapting to the younger generation of music listeners, you know.
So what do you think about like those, as you said, like social media channels where you have to post, you have to have like Instagram and Facebook and Twitter, and you have to post basically everything you do to those channels?
Yeah, it's not something we got fully on board with instantly, you know, but over the last few years we've kind of been forced into it, because that's how it works now. And if you don't change and you don't adapt, you kind of get left behind, you know. So we've kind of been dragged along kicking and screaming, because you know, we just grew up where you went to a record store, you bought a CD, that was that. You went to a show and that was it, you know. But like it's so different now. So, you know, we've adapted and we've changed, and we're fully engaged with that thing, that kind of style of, I don't know, media, I guess. But it's it is what it is.
I think it's kind of like sad that I can also remember like my early days when I went to record store and bought like one of my first CDs, and I don't think that like modern age kids doesn't have that, or they don't have that same kind of feeling anymore with or intact with the physical CDs that we a bit older people do.
No, they don't really even know what CDs are. You know, everything is just MP3 and it's downloadable, it's streaming. It's, you know, they don't really. It's not, you know, it's not a bad thing. It's just the music industry has changed, and that's kind of what they've grown up knowing. It's not their fault, you know. It's it is what it is. So, you know, as a band, as an artist as well, just kind of seeing it do that, you know, from both sides of the fence, it's crazy how much it's changed, you know.
So do you collect CDs or vinyls yourself, or?
I don't collect, you know. If I want music, I will get CD. I still buy CDs if I can find it, because we travel a lot. You know, for me, I've become one of those people where it's just convenient to get a Spotify account. I'm guilty as well, man. So it is what it is. What it is.
What's about like your like general like? How do you like consume music? Do you listen to full albums, or do you listen to just like the favorite songs of your favorite bands? Or does it depend?
As a music buyer, I'll always buy the whole album. I don't buy tracks. You know, I'll just get, you know, if there's a 10, 11 track kind of record, I'll buy the whole thing, you know.
So you prefer listening to full albums instead of singles? Yeah,
because the album, as a songwriter, I know what an album for me, when we write our albums, everything, and the reason why the songs are where they are is to take you on a bit of a journey, I guess, and you know, have a kick-ass intro, and then you have this middle section which is just all the great songs, and then you finish strong as well. And so to just pick random bits is kind of a kick in the nuts for an artist that you're not giving the album a listen to, you know. Cause
and also they're missing the artwork part, which is also part of the album, and in most cases quite obvious part of the album as well.
It's kind of, it's the visual representation of the record, you know, and that's kind of, it's not as important as the music, obviously, but you know, as again, growing up in the 90s and looking at albums, it was the visual that would attract you to that disc in the first place, you know. If you didn't know who they were or whatever, you'd kind of pick it up, you'd get the booklet, who do they like, who do they thank, what equipment do they use, you know, that shit was kind of important to me, you know.
You could actually buy an album back in the days just by looking for the cover and it looking cool, and you're like, I want to check out this band, but nowadays that doesn't happen anymore.
Well, no, because you can listen to previews of every single track of every single record before you even buy, and it's like, again, for a consumer, it's amazing, but you know, it's definitely changed just the way the music industry works and evolves, and everything, the artists included, you know. It's tough now. It's really tough.
So, as a last question, what does the future hold for the band? What kind of like future plans do you have in general?
We're just touring this record up until the end of the year, and then we'll start thinking about a new record at some point after a bit of time off, you know. Just kind of try and do things a little differently, you know, maybe release a few tracks in the autumn just for fun, like I said, and just see how it goes, just enjoy it, you know. Life's good right now, it's cool.
Okay, so thank you, man, very much for the time, and best of luck for tonight's show. Anything you want to say as last words to the Finnish fans who are watching the interview?
You know, just thanks for all your love over the years. We love coming here, and you know, thanks for your love and support. Cheers.